December 5th. Our new 2024 Christmas cards are currently being printed. Should be ready in about a week. So I wanted to kind of go through a recap of our previous cards so you could see what we've sent out so far. So starting in 2016, we did a very gothic Christmas. We found a mall Santa Claus dressed up in as much dark colors, painted our nails, eyeliner, and went and did pictures with Santa Claus. Back of the card was like your traditional kind of family card where we did a recap, but we switched it up a little bit, talked about our Romanian visas, government propaganda, and kind of the things you'd get from an entire family that dresses in black. After 2016, going into 2017, this is probably I think most people, this is their favorite card, and this is one that most people have seen, was our polygamy card. So I'm obviously not a polygamist, but we found a bunch of other wives and moms in the neighborhood that had good sports, wanted to be in the card. Their names were not Esther, Sarah, Rebecca, Susanna, and Ruth. I added those. I thought they were on point. My wife did all the hair, ordered the blouses, things like that. Back of the card, wanted to make sure we had the kids in there, so highlighted my wife, highlighted the kids. Got everyone else standing in the background because it was too funny not to. Going into 2019, we decided to do something a little bit different, right? The first two were more of a traditional family card. This time we took a completely different angle and went with the romance novel. We had a couple different working titles. Darkest Desire, I think, turned out to be the first one. So we took this picture and then we just modified it with filters and things like that to try to make it look like a painting. Back of the card, we went with kind of the back of a book, right? And with the three kids being the three authors and kind of their perspective of things. After that, we had a really good feedback as we went right into the Gilry family courses, right? The idea of kind of modeled it after like a summer camp flyer. The fonts are completely different. The colors are all over the place. And the idea was, sign up and learn to be more like the family. I actually put my Venmo on there. I ended up getting a handful of Venmos. They were like $1, all as a joke, but still pretty funny. People jumping in there. Then this was 2019, going into 2020, we thought, hey, there's a lot going on. We didn't want to ever do anything that was too on theme, but we thought for 2020, everyone's kind of lost their mind, and we went with more of an end of the world card, right? Covered ourselves with equipment, went out to the middle of nowhere, got ourselves dirty, and took a handful of pictures as we kind of weathered the end of the world in 2020. Back of the card, just trying to highlight each people. We had so many good pictures from this one that we kind of took our favorites and threw them on the back of the card. Now, after that, we thought, well, the world wasn't better necessarily, but it wasn't ending anymore. And we decided we didn't want to take part in it anymore. So we went with, we're leaving 2021. Alien was real. We bought him at a gas station for a couple $100, photoshopped in the UFO, went out to where I normally ride dirt bikes and took a whole bunch of shots out there. My wife made these amazing like acrylic domes, added the tubes and things like that to make them look like spacesuits. This is probably one of my favorites just because of how unique and unusual it is. Really enjoyed making this one. Then we thought, all right, maybe we go back. We've done some theme ones. We've done some fun ones. Maybe we go back and do a Christmas one. But let's not do a normal Christmas one. We went with like a 1920s Dust Bowl Christmas, right? We found a old historic site with an old barn and an old house and things like that. Rented a reindeer and dressed up in our 1920s. Back of the card, we just wanted to kind of highlight everyone. We thought everyone looked really good, so we zeroed out on everybody else. Going into our next card, switched it up again. We went and found this old Airbnb and went for more of like a 1950s housewife, successful marriages start in the kitchen. My wife actually made that Jell-O mold, put a bunch of fruit in there, things like that. House was amazing. Couldn't not use as many rooms as possible. Bedroom was beautiful. Entryway was amazing. So really kind of went it with this like 1950s, a little bit misogynistic, we're trying to be funny here, idea. So our next one, completely different as well. And let me know if you want to I'll make a video about that one, or let me know if you want to make a longer video kind of explaining these a little bit more.